Yes, welcome back. Yes, it's nice to say that, well, if you find it, it will make it easy, make it easier for them to treat it. But I wonder there must be something much more that's keeping people away from going to even check. Trinita, you are a triplet. She's a triplet. There are two other girls with you.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, a lot of people would rather not know, and they would prefer to live in denial. But this is not me. I'll take a typical example.
Oh, it's not my portion.
It's not my portion. I heard a lot of that during my diagnosis and treatment. I heard a lot of, it's not my portion, God forbid. I'm going to go and pray. I'll use anointing oil. And if you go...
People told you to do that?
Oh, several times. Don't go for surgery. You don't need it. Believe in God, it's going to happen. Now, I'm a faith-based person. But I also know that God created medicine to heal and to save lives. And so that was why I didn't think twice about going through with my treatment. I was even asking my doctor, can we take both of them off? And he was like, there's no need. So I'm going to tell women that it's really not a death sentence. When you go for your treatment, the most important thing is early detection, really and truly. That is the most important thing. Early detection does save life.
What about cost of care? Because, I know, for example, in Nigeria, I'll come back to you now. Is there any radiation, to do radiation, for example, assuming you find I had cancer, the one in Luth, does it work? The one in Ibadan, does it work?
We know that the least you can pay for treatment of cancer is about $1 million. That's the least. And we have surgery, we have chemotherapy, radiotherapy, even immunotherapy. But what we're trying to say is this. Cancer is an individual disease. The treatment for patient A is quite different from patient B. There are times, even if you have to go for surgery, you might not be able to until you have chemotherapy done to shrink it before the surgeon can go in there. And if you go early, there are times you don't really need to have chemo done. You probably might go for radiotherapy. Unfortunately, we have the linear accelerator radiotherapy machines. They're all dead. But I think recently we have the federal government said that we have acquired about 2 new ones. We say thank God to that. But it's very important that we should realize that it is not one for all and all for one. That's the treatment.
Did cost worry you, for example, when they told you that you had cancer of the cervix? Did you worry about how am I going to treat it? Yeah, who's going to pay for this?
Yeah, I did. Because at that time, I didn't even have up to 200,000 in my account. But I just had faith. And then I surrounded myself with good people who can encourage me. I have my sister there, my husband is there, and these people are always saying, don't worry, you can survive this. Don't worry.
So what was the treatment for her? What stage was her case?
Stage 1.
She had stage 1 cervical cancer.
So you tell me with all cervical cancer cases, whether it's stage 4, you can still survive?
Well, yes, you can survive at whatever stage. There are things that we would do for the woman. So irrespective of the stage, whether stage 1, whether stage 4, every woman with cancer will be cared for and can achieve care.
When you talk about cancer, think about death,
I don't think we should equate cancer with death. Cancer is not a death sentence.
But it can kill.
But it kills. Malaria kills. Why is malaria not a death sentence? Because it can be cured. Same thing, that's the attitude I would want people to have with cancer. Of course, the treatment for cancer is a bit more capital intensive and more rigorous. Body takes a lot, has to go through a lot. But if detected early, people can be cured completely, as evidenced with the people we have here.
So what's the biggest thing? What would you think is the biggest challenge for working in the field of raising awareness and getting care for people with cancer?
The biggest...
No, apart from money. Don't tell me money.
No, it's not money.
Okay.
It's, there are times I have loved some, I have lost some, and I know very well that this thing can be cured if treated, not only detecting it early, but treating it early as well. We have those who will detect it early and not do anything about it. It is when it becomes terminal that they start running up and down. But the thing is, for people who notice there's a problem, there are a lot of organizations that are into there are a lot of non-governmental
NGOs.
organizations around, because we now have what we call Voice of Hope, which we're on, a group of organizations have come together doing different things, but similar, doing cancer, colorectal, PSA, prostate, breast, and we're all together so that we can have a directory to help people out there. So you know where to go. You don't go to a herbalist, you don't go here and there, go to a church and then have yourself being anointed and all that. Go to the proper place, pray along, and you will be healed.
But do you still find that people when they hear, oh, cancer survivor, they feel sorry for you?
Oh, I get that all the time, and I just look at them like, seriously? I'm fine, and there's no need to do that, really.
Mm-hmm. So, because you're doing the right thing.
I did the right thing. I encourage women to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. You can live a full, enjoyable life after treatment.
But it costs money.
It costs money, but help does come. I got help. I lost my job as at the time I was diagnosed. But my church was helpful.
Did that have anything to do with the fact that you were
cope.
diagnosed? How did you lose the job?
No, I lost my job before I was
That was
diagnosed.
double jeopardy then?
It was. That year was the worst year for me ever. It's not going to happen again. But my church stood in, and my doctor referred me to COPE. So COPE helped me with my...
They helped you cope?
They helped me cope. It was psychologically damaging, but before I knew it,